Hey everybody, welcome back to Sunday Morning Sesh, Cannabis Chronicles. Got my man Outlaw Grower 420 here, Desert Growth Spurt as always. So on this great Sunday morning, what you smoking on today?
Still smoking on the stuff I grew last round.
So I went ahead and got myself a new piece. It's got this nice little honey, huge, it's huge.
Like that.
Fits about 2 grams in there. Yeah, it's quite a bit. So let's go ahead and start this Sunday off right. Oh, wait.
So what are you smoking on right now?
So I'm working on that banana clip still.
Banana clip. Yep.
Man,
That's
I tell you what, the plant was kind of a bitch to grow. I did do it in the summer, so that was probably most of it, but hoo-wee, man.
came out good.
That is the cat's pajamas right there, dude. Let me tell you, it's ooh, man, is it good. Like, oh,
Oh,
like now that I'm getting my smell and my taste back and everything,
that's
dude, it just kicks my ass. I'll rip
nice.
that as soon as I get home from work, and I'm nap time about 30
So,
minutes.
nice, nice.
So how's that
I
new life
am.
treating you?
I'm smoking this tiny little bowl right now myself because I found out some of the laws, and even having my medical card, I wasn't quite sure like what the complete legality was,
Mhm.
as far as what I can carry it in. And I had it in a container that was not childproof, basically. And
Oh,
that was it. That was enough. He said, well, I gotta bust you for it. Plus it was technically within arm's reach, is what he said. I mean, the officer even said, I go, well, what way can I be legal then? If I want to carry this stuff around.
mhm.
And he said for you, because I mean, if you don't have a medical card in my state, then you've got to get it from the dispensary, and it can't even be unsealed. Like if you, as soon as you crack that seal one time, because they put the little tape thing on the side, so
Yep.
it's open.
Open
And
container. Yeah.
for me, since I obviously can't, you know, I can grow my own, so I don't have to have a container that's unbroken. It's not sealed. But he did say it needed to be childproof.
Really.
So he's like, I was like, so I could use one of the dispensaries containers, but it, obviously not being sealed, I'm cool. And he's like, yeah. And I go, okay, well, what about the within arm's reach? And he goes, basically, he goes, you want your best guess? He's like, he goes, take it, just throw it behind you. He goes,
Sure.
you can't
Okay.
reach it. I'm like,
Yeah.
for real? I'm like, you can find it in the back of the car all the way back there and you won't. She's like, no, you can't reach it. I'm like, okay. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's getting used to different things now. It's just obviously we always were worried about, you can't leave it in the open or anything like that. You get caught. But yeah, he's like literally he set it on the back, like the back deck lid, right
Really.
in the window. And he's like, you can't reach it. You know.
Huh.
So yeah, it's that's how it is in my state. If you don't have the medical card, basically, um, you cannot travel with it at all. 100%.
Wow.
If it's open,
If it's
it
open,
has
sure.
to always be like straight from the dispensary. Like you take it home, you open it, you can't bring it to somebody's house legally.
Huh.
Yeah.
So
I
I
mean, there's some cops that it might be like, oh, well, you got it in the trunk. All right, I'll let you slide because obviously you clearly can't reach it. You can't be smoking it while you're driving, which is that's their biggest thing. They just want to make sure you're not, smoking and driving.
sure. So something I was kind of looking into for myself,
Mhm.
because I'm not going to the dispensary anymore, So on Amazon, they actually sell those Mylar bags that you get your flowers from, or your flowers in from the dispo.
Okay.
And apparently you can just like seal them up with like a hot iron. Like, I don't know if your old lady's got like a hair straightener, those the flat
Yeah.
one. My
Yeah.
my wife does it all the time. So literally you can just use those to seal them. And then it's like you have to tear it open to open it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you know,
And
hey,
see,
I'm no lawyer, don't, but like it might be worth looking into if you can do
yeah,
that.
I'm gonna check on that because um
Because then you just get
I
like the
haven't
bigger
even
one, seal it, and then you
yeah,
can bring it
yeah,
with you. There's no
yeah.
receipt on it though. So that's something you'd have to kind of figure out.
They don't ask for that. They're not gonna like say, hey, give me the receipt. It's you could literally bought it 2 months ago. As long as it's unsealed, you didn't
Okay,
open it. So
I got you.
and here's the thing. I don't know if any dispos in this state do the bags, to be honest. Every place I've ever gone to, I got it in the it's like a
In a
little jar,
in
like
a
a
jar.
yeah,
Okay.
like a little click lid on it. You can't,
Yep.
you have to
Yep.
push down to open it, so it's child proofed.
So, huh.
Yeah,
So,
the bag, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they would say. I mean, technically they could be like, well, the kid could still rip it open.
but
So
it's
I don't know.
sealed. You know,
That's something that's specific to
yeah.
Illinois. It's the
Well,
child proof.
and they are quote unquote childproof. You have to open them
Oh,
weird. There's like
okay.
it's kind of hard to explain, dude, unless like you've seen it. It has like
I've
a
I,
double Ziploc. So the
yeah.
top,
Then
they
you got to
seal,
tear the top off too.
and then there's like a second Ziploc underneath that you actually open to get inside the bag.
Yeah, gotcha.
Um, I'm probably not doing a good job, but um you can buy those on Amazon, like I said, like for me. So a part of the reason I was looking into it is I was telling you, in my local community we actually had a little growers get together the other night. um
You're telling me about that.
yeah, and just real quick, so we all got together, and the plan is the next time we looked into it, so in our state, as a adult 21 and over, okay, you're allowed to carry an ounce on you, okay, like legally, and it doesn't have to be dispensary, because like we can grow and all that good stuff out here. So but however, just side note, it cannot be in separate, like separated, like you're going to deal it,
Yeah, yeah.
because
Then that's
then it's an intent to
that's
deal.
intent. Yeah.
So if you just have like a jar, like I personally, all my weeds in jars. So I can like bring my jar around as long as I have an ounce or less. But anyway, so we were talking about the next time we get together, we're gonna do this like once a month, maybe. And we're all gonna bring an ounce and do some trading. Just like, oh, handful here, handful there. And it was pretty neat. So the first one, there was only 2 people. And this last one, there was 12, I believe. And everyone was actively in a grow, different stages too. The guy that was hosting it, made sure me and another guy locally that we all kind of talked to were there to help him answer some questions, because he knew there was a lot of new growers coming this time, which I'm all about, inspiring and helping,
Yeah.
get people going. I do my best not to do no's, because there's always a way. You can figure it out. And I tell you what I was really excited about? That I was probably one of the youngest people.
Really?
Yes. It was I don't want to be like whatever the term is, but it was a lot of seniors. It was mostly seniors getting into it for like the first time, because now that it's legal. And they've always smoked, but now it's like, oh, I'm gonna just grow my own.
Yeah,
So
you might as well grow your own. Yeah.
yeah, it was really exciting. Me and the wife went. It short, like an hour or so. A lot of good a lot of cloning questions. A lot of cloning questions. So I think that's definitely something, maybe not, this morning because I'm just springing it on you, but maybe like our next Sunday, we'll smoke and just talk about cloning the whole time.
I'm down for that because you know what? Let's see. I'm gonna actually be pretty close to not that close, I guess, but it'll still be, a couple of weeks ahead of time from when I should be starting
able to go ahead and do it.
to do that. Yeah.
But yeah, I just, especially with, meeting a bunch of local people, and they had a lot of good questions, and a lot of common problems that even myself, I still run into. I had told you, I don't frankly remember if we talked about it on the show, but I had a bunch of clones. I got I got the Rona, and then all of a sudden, because I wasn't able to take care of them, they got like moldy or algae. It was just green and dead. So stuff happens, and it's not like, nothing ever is 100%. You can definitely do things to increase your odds, but it can be done. It can definitely be done. There is a lot of grow science and actual grow science. So it's like I said, next week I'm myself, I'm going to do a little bit of homework, make sure, because like when I get high, I start just like blah blah blah, and I don't want to be saying the wrong things. So next week we'll kind of focus on cloning, because there's a more than one way to do it. You'll have to do it in DWC, deep water culture. Personally, I've never done that. I've always gone straight to soil. So
yeah, that's I've never tried the deep culture.
Yeah,
I'm doing a couple of different things right now since I've got like all that extra space in the grow room. I bought some unique rose bulbs.
Hey.
And so I doing one in a bucket to start, and then I'm gonna do another in water, and I'm gonna see if there's a difference. I mean,
sure,
they're both gonna end up under the light because it's getting to be winter time, so I want to get them nice and healthy and everything, and then see if I can place them around the house or something. And then I've got the other bulbs for, they'll just get planted outside.
Sure.
I just wanted to try something since I got some space.
Yeah, okay. Side note, our gardens. So I have a really, really healthy strawberry patch outside. And I wanted to, I don't know how much you pay attention to the Farmer's Almanac, but they said like this winter is supposed to be horrendous.
Yes.
So I don't think my strawberry patch is going to make it. So what I did, because strawberry cold.
I mean, so what is that all year long then for you?
I've been able to keep it for 2 years now.
Just the whole year, huh?
Yeah. So because last year it was very, very mild for us. Okay. We had a couple frosts, and in all honesty, I don't cover, like you're either going to make it or you're not. I'm okay, strong to survive, man. She survived. So, but again, it was a mild winter, not like what you have at all. Okay. I'm talking not even close. But this year they're saying it's supposed to be bad everywhere. Just heads up.
So like
so hold on real quick.
Trying to achieve?
What I did, so my strawberry patch, strawberries will shoot runners. The huge long vine, it'll put like one little leaf out. Okay. So that little elbow underneath it always grows roots if it can find space. So that's how your strawberry patch spreads just naturally. Okay.
Right, yeah.
So what I did, I took a bucket out there.
I've had one.
Yeah. So I took a bucket out there and I just put one of the runners in that bucket. Okay. Lightly watered it because it was a little separated. So now I had, after a week or two, it's like rooted in that bucket. So I went ahead, trim the vein, run into the mom. Yeah. So I'm giving her another like maybe week outside just on her own, make sure no bugs, because I'm not putting any problems in my tent.
No.
But yeah, so and once she's good, I'm gonna run that strawberry in case I lose her the whole patch. I'll have those because they're good strawberries, and because I got good nutrients and all that jazz. So it's like they're good, man. I want to keep them.
So have you been doing strawberries for a while?
2 years.
Okay, so I've done them for a while out on my dad's property. He had like a section that we did a pumpkin patch for the kids.
Yep.
Every year, and then so the kids can literally come out and be like, dude, grab as many pumpkins, whichever pumpkin you want, go nuts. And then the leftover pumpkins, we'd always do a pumpkin shoot.
Sure.
We set them up and just shoot them, blast them.
Yep.
And which is a lot of fun. But on the side of that pumpkin patch, he had a fence going around it. We did a strawberry patch. Now, obviously, my winter's here. Now, I don't know if you're doing a different strawberry or not. And I don't know Arizona very well, but they come back.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to do nothing. Like, that one that you got outside, that's coming back.
So it will come back? See?
Oh, yeah, it's coming back. I literally did not have to do anything with my strawberry patch year after year. It would it's like whatever those, are they called annuals? I could be wrong. Whatever ones come back year after year, flower wise, it's the same thing with the strawberries. It'll come back year after year, and it'll actually usually kind of get a little bigger. Okay. Like the first year is kind of small, then it died. Next year it was a little bigger. Eventually it was, it was a pretty good size.
Yeah, man. Well, now I know.
Yeah, so you're definitely getting your outside strawberries back next year, but I'm definitely interested to see what happens with you doing it inside, because I'm tempted to try that myself.
So right now,
all year long.
Yeah, that's that's kind of hopefully the idea, right? So I have no idea venturing into something new. So it's in a little 1 gallon pot right now. It is fully rooted and it started to like spread out a little bit. So it's like, I don't know, man. It started with 3 leaves. Now there's maybe like 5 or 6 on it. So it is going. Okay. So I feel good about it. Like I said, I just want to make sure it's free because it's outside.
Yeah, fully set in and everything. Yeah,
yep.
Might as well. And no bugs for sure. And what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought.
But yeah, hopefully have strawberries year round. That'll be
that is awesome, man.
So okay, side note, since we're both like into gardening, I don't know, something I kind of figured out this summer, and it's silly, right? So we grow flowers, right?
Yeah.
So, dude, I grow some amazing flowers.
Dude, you're a florist.
But I'm talking about outside. So I have, so I have, I don't know if you're familiar with what pansies are. They're purple and white, like real little flowers. Okay. They're purple with yellow centers. No, that's not true. That's the other ones. That's the daisies. So we do, we do pansies and daisies outside. And because I feed them with the same water and they have all the same stuff.
Yeah, the same stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God. So I put the pansies in a 5 gallon fabric pot and it's outside. It is massive. Now it's been getting cold, but it's still throwing out flowers like every couple days. Like it's just like last ditch effort because it's still a little warm in the afternoon. So I'm going to end up bringing her inside because I mean, she's huge. I'll definitely take pictures because once I put her in the room, she'll start flowering again. And she's huge. And it's just the same water, man. I'm telling. And then the same thing with these daisies. We got 2 daisies out there and they've like during the real bad heat, they died, but they like reseeded themselves. And then on the like in the yard right in front of it. So now we have daisies
Really?
growing out.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
spread around.
Yes. So they're spreading around. So
Now
like
is that
so basically they had 2 springs this year is what it acted like.
okay? Now is that something that would come back on its own naturally?
I don't know yet. So this was my first summer doing it. And so we did
Yeah,
do
I
it.
mean the ones in the yard. Obviously, you could do whatever you want with the pot
Right. Yeah,
and
I
create
don't
an
know.
environment. But the ones outside, I'm curious if those,
We'll
when
find
they
out.
die, if they're gonna leave some seeds that'll come back in the spring.
Yeah. And I had some could we have a lot of Arizona's known for its bird migration path.
You
Okay.
were telling me about that, yeah.
So me and the wife, we got kind of like a really what I would consider really dope bird feeder setup out back.
Mhm.
Okay, like all different stuff, hummingbird, like different, just straight sunflower seeds. Once in a while, we'll do like the like nuts and berry mix to
Yeah.
get like, so we have these like I'm not joking, 2 sets of cardinals that live out there, a blue jay, and then some like exotic birds that'll like fly through every
Fly
couple
through,
times
yeah.
a year. Yeah, they don't stick around very long, a week or two,
Of
but
course,
for
yeah, they just come through their migration.
yeah, for a week or two, I'll have like greenish birds with like colorful wings, like parrot, parakeet, something like that. Like they're small, they're not.
Oh, okay, okay. I was wondering if maybe it was a finch.
Oh, I have a
They
gajillion
got a bunch of
finches
finch.
of
I
all
love those
different
birds.
colors out back, dude. Yellows and greens and like some brown and reds, deep, deep reds. Like anyway, so I'm kind of into like my bird, taking care of the birds back there, as you can
Yeah.
tell. But so
Mhm.
they have planted like, so I've had sunflowers just sprout in random areas in my yard from them like taking the seeds and dropping them in
And
different.
then plant them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
and like I'll start watering them once they start growing. I'll just randomly start shooting water around in that area. So
That's
it's
cool.
kind
Yeah,
of a
that's funny because we've got so many of the same interests. Because I'm big into the birds too, and
yep. Oh,
for
you're
many
gonna
years,
so on the kayak
Mhm.
river that
Yeah,
like we'll go on, there is an eagle's nest, and there's a lot of times they're there.
nice,
Like a
nice.
lot of times they're there. And like
That's
plus we
I
have
love that.
blue herrings, the
Mhm.
real big, like crane style with beak. Like, man, when these things take, because I don't know if there's multiple or it's just one constantly that has the whole area. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
as you're going down the river, you'll see this thing take off, dude. Its wingspan, I'm no joke, is like 8 feet, 9 feet, something
That's awesome.
insane.
Yeah, Eagles. We've uh we've been blessed in this country to have the Eagles starting to come back. I remember
Yeah.
when I was younger, there was a lot of concern, but I'm noticing them all over the place now. I mean, even here in
Nice.
Illinois, you used to have to go up to like Wisconsin to see them.
Really?
Yeah, but now, I mean, it's not like they're all over the place, but there's places you can go in Illinois and
Yeah, and
um
yeah,
yeah,
not obviously like Chicago, but like in
yeah,
some of the suburbs, I'm sure they're starting to
yeah,
come.
like the northern parts where there's woods and stuff,
Yeah,
southern part of Wisconsin.
that's
Um
great.
yeah, it's cool. I love I if anytime I could see an eagle, I definitely take the chance on that because that's something really cool to see.
Yeah,
You can
we have
see
there's a
movements. You
whole
can,
like bird sanctuary on the river. It's a different river. It's actually where I go fishing. Um, but you walk along this area that's kind of like a bird sanctuary. Don't want to reveal it might get real
yeah,
specific here
yeah,
on where I'm at, um, but yeah, oh man, you'll see all kinds, just different times of the year, birds migrating through to and from, like you know, Canada, coming down here for a little bit, and then we get
yeah.
the ones from like
Ones
Mexico
from
coming up
Mexico
here.
and
Yeah,
South
and
America.
like the farthest they'll go is like the Arizona, northern
Yeah,
Arizona.
yeah.
Uh, maybe even a little. I don't know if like Nevada and Utah get some of it. But I know they come up through here. So it's so yeah, we're set up for them. They can hang
Yeah,
out for a while.
we did the hummingbird thing for a while, and
Yeah.
that can get expensive buying the specific hummingbird juice.
Yeah. So
And
my
we
wife knows how to make it. It's just
that's
sugar.
what we do. We just made sugar water, man. And
Yeah,
it's obviously the nectar that you can buy is better. So
of course.
if like your area, if you're wanting to attract them, then
Mhm.
yeah, start with that. But then eventually, once they know it's there, they'll come and they'll just take the sugar water. They're fine with that.
I would much more suggest growing flowers outside.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. But
Oh,
obviously, our area, the flowers don't last, very
correct. Of
long.
course.
So it was just yeah, it was something we liked because I mean, when you get to where, because his property was so big and it's out in the middle of nowhere, if you can get those hummingbirds attracted to there, you get a bunch of them.
They'll
I mean,
stay.
we had like probably a good like 10, 12 just hanging around the area.
Have you heard any of these stories about like crows and ravens being like loyal? You can train them.
I,
You ain't heard
I,
nothing like that. Okay, so there,
no.
you got to look it up, man. But like, there's a whole bunch of stories online. Like, there's one about like these crows befriended this little girl because she kept dropping food when she was little, and then
Mhm.
as she got older, they would start bringing the girl and her mom like trinkets, like little just
Shit, they
pop
fine.
can top, but then like diamond earring once, like just crazy stuff. Um, and they'll like protect you. There's all kinds of okay. Nick Cage has a trained crow. There you go. There's a famous bird. Yes. So it's like a thing, right?
I have to check
So
that.
we have ravens out here, and they're the huge crows. Like they're massive. Man, I would love to get like a couple to hang out, but then they'll get rid of all my other birds, so I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, the scare those off. You know what? I've always found like the falconing really cool. Really cool. There was a book I read when I was younger. I was a huge reader when I was younger. Um, I read this book about a little kid that he ran off to the woods for whatever reason. Something happened when his family ran away, but he went to the woods and he hollowed out a tree for his place to sleep and found, he befriended a falcon. He didn't go and buy one, but he befriended one and, made the arm thing and whatnot. But that was like the spark of it. And ever since then, anytime I see like any kind of falconing,
We
I
have so many like hawks out here.
hawks are cool.
There's an owl that lives in the tree across the street from me. Like it's
Owls
cool,
too.
but you hear them all the time. Like all the time. It like pierces your walls. You can hear it.
Damn.
When he
Yeah,
gets
see, then I'll
drunk,
be like, get
yeah.
out of here, bird. Come back when I'm awake.
Yeah. Like if he ever comes over and like out in some of my trees, oh yeah, I can hear it. I'm like, oh, all right, I'm up, whatever.
Yeah, that drive me nuts. Or
Yeah.
like a woodpecker. Just
So I tell you what, I don't think we have those out here.
I was gonna say those are like certain areas. I don't know woodpeckers very well, but my guess would be like the North Woods or like, like
Yeah, I
all the
bet
north.
you the north part of our state might have them.
Yeah.
That's
Like
very possible.
like woodsy, like
Yeah.
pine tree type woodsy. I don't know
Yeah.
any tree actually. It's just that's what my mind thinks offhand is that it'd be a nice woodsy type
Abundance.
area.
Yeah. A
Mhm.
very huh.
probably California, like Yosemite National Park, stuff like that.
Hmm.
I know the North Woods have it.
Yeah,
We go up into the North Woods into Wisconsin, we find woodpeckers.
sure, sure. Well, that was a nice long Sunday
Yeah, we
bait.
got off onto a whole lot of different stuff
Yeah,
there, but that's
but real
that's what
quick.
this little boat
So,
session is about.
how you liking the light so far?
Oh my God, I love that thing.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
figured.
love
Yeah, that's it's definitely a feel good investment, because
Oh yes, and I'm gonna be honest. Even though I was using LED before this, well, one side of the tent was LED, and then the other was the HPS. Um, I instantly noticed the difference in the plants.
yeah,
I could just tell that they're getting more light. It's spread out in the right way. Um, so more parts of them are getting light instead of just like
than
straight
before.
dots.
Yep.
Yeah, it's and I mean you can angle some of those bars. So if you got it over here, you can angle them a little bit. If you
Really,
want,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
I can, I mean if the light's like this, I can make it, I can have this one like this a little and this one, or whatever.
Oh, so you're
Um
in the middle, yours folds, quote unquote.
well no, I mean like each actual
Oh,
bar,
each actual bar.
they're kind of on like a swing a little bit.
Okay,
They have a little bit of adjustment, not a lot, but it's
sure.
enough that the end ones I kind of angle just a little bit in, just to kind of get a little bit of the sides.
Yeah,
So I'm only doing 4 in there. Well, there's 5 buckets in there now because I put the rows.
yeah, sure.
Um, and another thing I want to try because I bought a citronella plant because we have a lot of mosquitoes,
Yep.
and I ended up taking the citronella plant out of it had this tiny little bucket, that it came in normal plant.
Yeah, like Home
Um,
Depot style.
yeah, I put it in like it's like a 3-gallon bucket.
Sure.
Man, the plant got massive.
Yep.
And now we brought it in the house um to keep it over the winter. And I'd like to see if I can clone it. Since we're talking about cloning, that's something I'm gonna try to see if I can find out any information on if I can clone it. So we'll save that for next week.
Definitely be worth trying. I don't
Yeah,
see why not. Because
yeah.
it's part of the succulent family, right? Or is it something different?
Dude, I don't even know. I
Eh,
couldn't even say.
it'll be worth trying. That is
Yeah,
for
I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't know what it would require, but if there's the way to clone a citronella plant, I will be doing it this winter.
Well, we'll definitely like I said, so next Sunday we'll go over that. Like I said, I'll do some homework, you do some homework, and we'll you know, toke up and talk about it and hopefully help out some people because that seemed to be the most talked about thing. So
Yeah, it's a good way to just keep your system going without having to buy seeds.
yeah. And if you are capable of having two separate areas, that's a good way if you do end up finding that like unicorn or Pokemon, shiny Pokemon card, you can keep it around.
Yep.
Because unfortunately, a lot of times you don't know till it's too late.
Oh yeah, you're like, man, I wish I would have cloned that one.
Yeah, then the whole re-veg thing, and that's it could be done, but it's tricky and time consuming. Now you're adding on a lot more time. But if it is that, it's worth it. So
Yeah, I mean, it's just how it works out sometimes. I mean, right now I have one that I'm looking at and paying attention to because it just seems like it's just kicking off real well, a
yeah.
lot better than the other one.
Is
So
is it regular seeds or feminized or autos or what?
The ones that I got right now,
No, I'm talking the one specifically that's doing great.
all four that I got are all the same right now. They're just those Bruce banners that the last seeds I had of those.
Okay,
And
from what you bought or seeds
yeah,
from
from what I bought,
okay.
the
Okay.
ones the seeds that I got out of my plants, I put those to the side. I'm gonna wait until next year, just have those go outdoors and just see what they do.
Yeah,
Um,
because those you won't really know if they're boy or girl. That's the whole reason I was
yeah,
at.
exactly.
So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, these ones I got in there are all feminized right now. And we were talking about it. Let's see, we got about a minute and a half.
yeah,
I bought some autos. So those will
nice.
be in on Monday. And even though it's not the right system, I should have started the autos before the photos. Which I'll do next time. I'm going to I'm gonna move some things around and juggle it to make it work, but I'm gonna start those autos on Monday. Basically, I'm gonna do
Nice.
two autos just to start with, and then
Sure, just to
I
play
want
around.
to get into the right system like you're doing.
Yeah, because that was a whole different beast than because I've grown photos. That's all I've ever
Yeah,
done. That last one, and I did not, I had definitely some faults that I definitely impacted, yield and possibly quality. So on that note, we'll wrap it up here and definitely get some breakfast going, man. I'm
yes, sir.
starving. So
Everybody have a good Sunday. Thanks for joining us.
yes, and we will catch you guys next week.